into a ball. But if you were to actually do that in the correct way, you need a lot of, I think, 2 upgrades specifically. To be able to get into that hole and then do the next step afterwards. But all it really is pressing left on or right on the wall and jumping, and it'll let you wall jump and everything. But it's kind of hard because you don't need a controller, but you do need something that you're comfortable with. And for me, it's being able to have a controller to do that. I'm using the gamepad, as you can see right here. But I'd rather have a controller like the Gamepad Pro to be able to do it. But it can be done. Just lots of patience, take your time, and it can be done. You don't have to take down all of the enemies, but for my sake, I'm trying to have 99 health completely. Just for the sake of having it. Oh, another one. If you let the X just really flow, like they are right there, they'll just continue to attack the background. In the background, you can see enemies jumping around and everything. And it's endless just for the sake of you, say you take a hit and everything like that, you can easily take one down and, well, they're not technically free because, again, you have to at least have one out in the field to do that. But if you're trying to get help, I don't really like playing this game because, in a sense, it's very short because it is a Game Boy Advance game. But because it brings so much like memories to me, nostalgia and all that stuff, I like playing through it. It's a very, very like short game. You can pretty much beat it in what, 2 to 3 sittings, but again, I don't think anyone wants to sit here for what, 4 hours each time of me just progressing this game. It's not hard, like I'm telling you, very simple. Getting the upgrades and everything, very hard, but the power-ups basically, not the upgrades. Because technically speaking, in terms of like playing Metroid Prime, it would take what, a good, I think, hour, maybe, if you know what you're doing for Metroid Prime to get an upgrade. And right now I'm gonna get an upgrade right here. There we go. But it is interesting because the X just basically copied something that isn't living. Charge beam ability recovered. Press B to hold and charge. So here's our charge beam. What I was trying to say is that it copied the ability to make a power-up, a Chozo statue, which what I think isn't living, but I really don't know in the sense of how all of the Chozo work. I think there's tree off. I'll come back right now. I was trying to say that there was, I think, an upgrade. And there we go. All of the 5 atmospheric stabilizers are fine. So now I need to report back to the computer so that it can tell me like what I need to do next. But before I end up doing that, as I believe back here, there should be something here. There you go. It would help. There you go. How I end up finding all of these is pretty much with one of the upgrades, just like with Super Metroid. You can use your abilities to find secrets, but most of them are so fresh in my head, it's like it's almost impossible for me to miss one. But not all of them were I able to get all of them, just because again, it doesn't help that you're playing on a Wii U gamepad. On a Game Boy Advance controller, I would probably be able to do it, but I can't right here. Not on this controller. There are some that can do it, and I applaud them, and I say you're a badass for doing it, but I can't. I don't like having this much space. Only when I'm playing on a computer where it's fine, but when it comes to controllers and playing games like this, if it's not a Game Boy Advance, where it was pretty much... I can't even show you because the cable is in the way. Where it was this much in screen size. Smaller, I think. This big. A lot of those doors I can't really do anything about because they're locked. I will save here because I've been doing fine. Well, technically speaking, even if I'm doing poorly, I will save, period. Atmospheric stabilizers online, but many X have already made it into another sector, it seems. In particular, Sector 2, Thor, the tropical TRO habitat shows abnormalities. I suspect the X entered this sector with the help of our unseen saboteur. He or it may be in TOR now. Samus, get over there. We need to put an end to this. Start moving. I'll brief you at the TOR navigation room. That's the real crappy part about this whole game, is that every little thing you have to report into the damn computer. As I listened to the briefing, my thoughts turned to Adam. The real Adam understood me well. He would end orders by saying, "Any objections, lady?" He knew I wouldn't disagree. That was just his way of noting our trust. I wonder if I can trust this computer too. I never played Metroid Other M. I might consider it. I don't think I will, just because, again, I think I need to have access to nunchucks, and I don't have those. Right now I'm basically playing on the Wii U, but only specific games where I don't require the nunchucks. I have learned the identity of our mysterious saboteur. Samex, it's an X mimicking you. I have renamed it the Samex. Sax? The Sax came from a capsule containing your infected powers, infected suit parts. It's a Samex, I'm gonna call that. It used a power bomb to escape the quarantine bay, not the Sax, because again, the explosion breached the capsule containing all of the X that started this disaster, but the SX is definitely our biggest worry right now. The SX is mimicking you at full power. You can't face it. If you see the Sam X, just run. Don't think about fighting. You are very vulnerable to cold and the unexpected side effect of the Metroid vaccine. Like Metroids, you can be frozen by an ice beam. Of course, the SX is armed with an ice beam. Stay away. If you see it, just run. HU says they have bomb data ready in the data room. Bombs will help you find a way out if the SX traps you. The data room is here, but it's sealed by a level 1 hatch. You'll have to find the security room and release the level 1 lock. But per safety protocols, it's not marked on the map. You'll have to find it on your own somehow, Samus. So first find the security room and unlock level 1 hatches, then go to the data room and get that data bomb. Bomb data. God damn it. Simple reading. I can't even do that. If you haven't watched those game theories of Metroid Prime and everything, I strongly suggest you doing it just because it blows your mind how everything is being presented. I can say it myself, but again, I would rather you go to MatPat, give him his support, and let him know, like, thank you for doing the time and research to be able to find out all that information. But I kind of believe what his theory, just because so much of the time he sits there and researches all that stuff, and it's very interesting what he presents. But again, I won't really say much just because I want to, just because it's crazy what he presents in terms of information, but it makes sense. And here's the lock. Not too hard. Getting to the data is another question. But thanks to that, we have access to blue doors, like you see right here. This is open. You can go to, no, you won't. I know for a fact that you can't really do that just yet. So rather than, I think, or am I being stupid? Possibly. Yes, I'm being stupid. You have to go that way. I was trying to say that you can go to the second little hatch right there in that gray area right under the R, but you can't. You can jump into enemies like that, but I would only really recommend it once they're close to being dead, just because if they're not, you can take hits to it. It is a form of attacking an enemy, but again, if it's not close to death, don't do it, because you end up taking damage. Here's the data room. getting upgrades, like I said, in this game is very simple. Oh, cool. Kaboom. Because again, it's not Metroid Prime on the GameCube or the Wii U, but it is. So basically, this store is closed now. That's why this game is so much more fun to play on, just because it's so much simpler. If I end up finishing this one quickly, I think what I might end up doing is going back to play Super Metroid. Just because I have played that one. Again, I'm playing games where I know how to play. I can probably play a game that I haven't and go blind for it, but it has to be a game where I know for a fact there isn't any problems with Twitch streaming it and everything. But here is a secret right here. You can do this. What's that? I believe there's another one here too as well. I've never really been good at bomb jumping. So I think I'm just gonna leave it there. Oh, actually it's right there. Never mind. Let's see. What is the secret here? There you go. There is always a secret somewhere. You just have to experiment, play around. You might be able to do it, you might not. But an easier way of doing all of that is once you have a special upgrade. And Super Metroid, you have what was, I believe, the X-ray. But here, you don't have that. You do have something that kind of acts like it. But again, we're still a huge way away from that. So don't really worry about trying to get, again, all the upgrades. Because this game really is about you playing through it and coming back to areas and hoping you have the upgrade that you need to be able to unlock what you need to unlock. And that was my main problem, because I wasn't sure like when was the good time to do that. But overall, so I'm trying to think. I think I'm gonna go this way. I think that was it. I can't really do S here. Yeah. My general tactic to all of this is that I try to go to... I can't really do this one just yet. I'm trying to think my best to how to do it, but I can't. I don't think I can. But like I'm trying to what I was trying to say is that my general tactic for all of this is trying to go to a room where I know the closest first room I can go to, and if there's nothing to really do, I just leave that room. Because at that moment, I'm trying to like remember what I need for that room, what I need to do to get into that room and do whatever I need to do. Because like even this one, I can't really do anything because one, there's water, and if you're in water, you're slowed down. You sink to the bottom and everything, but you can't really do anything. And then I know that there's grips up here, so I can try to grab it, but I can't jump high enough for it. I can try to do bomb jumping, but I'm not the best at it. I believe the correct way would be to go this way. I think. Again, you don't have to kill the enemies, all of them. I just do because of force of habit. I feel weird if I leave them up there. I think you could go down this way. Or should I? I think this is a safe room? No. I know there is a save room around. I don't think I can go. There you go. Never mind. Safe, safe. I know, I think is the correct term. That there is something here. But again, I might not be able to get it just yet, so I'm gonna leave it alone. There you go. Here we go. Oh my god, what is that? Another mimic. Another X. Oh, damn it. See? Normally, I can beat this boss very quickly. But because I'm working with a very weird controller. And then there we go. Be careful. Forward. There you go. You can't spam it, so don't bother when it's flashing like that. It basically means it's not gonna take a hit.